Good evening, everybody. How we doing? I have just spent the last few seconds and a tiny bit of the minutes telling everybody that we are live. Good evening. What's up, people? How y'all doing tonight? Right, so it is the end beats or the money metrics for November on Navigate with Nancy. We dwelt on the theme, the money metrics, making, managing, and multiplying money as creatives. Tonight, we are wrapping it up with multiplying money. Right. So, this is the time to tell your contacts that we are live. So, kindly share on your stories, share on your WhatsApp status. Let everybody get in here. Let everybody get in here. We are live. All right. So we're just going to do that in 1 minute, and I will take it away for some minutes till 9 p.m. I don't think it's gonna be very long. It is going to be practical, and of course, you know how we do it over here. Right. So I just sent it on WhatsApp that we are live. It's on my WhatsApp stories, WhatsApp status. WhatsApp is status. Instagram is stories. Okay, that's nice. All right, guys, we are live. If you're joining me from Facebook, we are live. Okay, welcome to Navigate with Nancy today, Thursday, the 17th of November 2022. It is my joy and honor to have you here with me as usual. And of course, you know how we do it on Navigate. Okay, so tonight we are discussing multiplying money as a creative. As someone whose money does not have to wait till the end of month to come, you're not waiting for a salary because every single time you get a phone call, money is going to come in. Every single time you get an email, money is coming. Every single time you get a DM, you know, a text message, literally your services, your products are being sought after from different parts of the world, in different industries. How do you multiply money as a creative? Now, if you're here for the grand finale and you were not with us on the journey of making and managing money, some of the things we are going to discuss tonight, you might struggle to understand all of it. So go back to this channel you are on now and look for the first series, which was making money as a creative. Look for the second episode that was managing money as a creative, and that brings you to this point of multiplying money as a creative. All right, guys. So let's get right in. So first things first, everybody should have some form of financial management literacy. You should be able to manage your money as an individual, especially if you're living in a third world country like Nigeria. It is a given that the same way you make money, especially as creatives, you make millions of naira or somewhere in Africa, whatever your currency is called, the francs or whatever currency you use, right? The same way you make it, but I'm going to use Nigeria because I am a Nigerian living in Nigeria. The same way you make money, you go to bed broke and you wake up a millionaire, is the same way that circumstances beyond your control can actually take you from a millionaire to zero in just 1 day. All of that can happen within 24 hours. If your money was in one of the um, what we thought was the most viable, secured platform to trade some crypto on, if your money was on that platform, you might be struggling right now because you've been a millionaire and all of a sudden you're waking up and you are broke. And that is not even a Nigerian problem. That one happens to be global. Now, if you are a Nigerian living in Nigeria with our healthcare system, there are healthcare problems which I've been a victim of that literally can suck all of your money in 1 day. It has happened to me, it has happened to my loved ones, and I these things happen, and I really wish that we as creatives will begin to pay attention And one of the ways to show that we are paying attention is by ensuring that while we sleep, we make money. How do we do that? So the money we make as creatives, we are beginning to channel it into other things that help us make money in our sleep. So, what are some of those things? How can we leverage some of those things? Those are the things we'll be discussing here tonight on Navigate with Nancy. It's a good time to share the link with your friends, share it in your stories, invite people to this series, and let us learn together. All right. So, in the managing money series, which was the second series, we discussed affiliate marketing. We discussed buying stocks, content stocks, right? Now the part of that where I want to start with tonight is first your managerial skills, then we'll go into the ability to multiply. Okay? So first things first, as creatives, there will always be an update of the app you're using. There will always be an update of the camera. There will always be an update of the system. There will always be an update of the phone. Understanding your needs and your wants is the very first key to multiplying your money as a creative. Being able to differentiate these two things, it puts you on this platform and pedestal where mentally you you don't have the FOMO fear, right? That's the fear of missing out. You are really not missing out on anything, and that is one sure way to multiply money. Okay, the mindset that I am missing out on nothing. So recently we were comparing the difference between iPhone 13 Pro Max and iPhone 6s. We were just having that conversation. And, we went ahead to do some practicals around it. And it was very clear that maybe, apart from the space and the shape and the body designs, they just altered the saturation and lighting inside. So if you don't pay attention to your wants and your needs, you're going to be onto the next thing all the time. And that behavior is very unhealthy. Just because you believe you have the ability to always make money does not mean you should not have a reservoir. Does not mean you should not have a reserve system. Does not mean you should not have a multiplying system. One of the multiplying systems we are going to talk about today is what I call cash pool. All right. So if you are a Nigerian in Nigeria, we are not used to things like mortgage. We are not used to. So I see most of my friends walk into a shop and buy an iPhone 14 Pro Max. They're waiting for the launch. They walk in there and they pick it up in the US, Canada, Argentina, countries of the world. And a Nigerian living in Nigeria that does not understand how the systems in those countries works is saving up money, 1.5 million naira, that can buy you a piece of land somewhere in Nigeria actually to go buy a phone. Am I saying it's wrong? No. If of course if that's your tool for work, you should get the best of the best. But what you don't understand is that in those systems of the world, in those countries of the world, there's something they use that is called a credit card. So unlike you, who is scraping together his or her life savings to go get that the latest equipment or whatever it is you want to get, the latest car, live in the choicest estate, oh that estate is new, I want to move in there. Unlike you, who has to scrape the bottom of the barrel, put everything you have together, even sell some, just to bring a 1.5 million or a 10.5 million, whatever the amount is for whatever you want to buy. In this other part of the world, they have access to something called a credit card that they can buy any product or service and they will be charged later as they earn. So they can afford to buy anything and it is deducted gradually from their account, maybe at the end of month or as whatever as it stipulates on the system. But you want to own those things because you see the glamour, you see the reels, you see the pictures, and they look all fancy online without understanding that there is a way the system works over there that is not applicable to you over here. All right. So, the very first thing I want to talk about is what I call cash pooling. How do you, Nancy, what do you mean by cash pool? What is cash pooling as an MC, as a creative? I'll give you an example. So, when I moved to Lagos earlier, my place of worship was quite far from my house. So, the amount of money I spent on transportation was very crazy. And I don't drive in Lagos. I find it very it's mad for me. And as at that time, I hadn't gotten the driver, so everything was just somehow. And I'm like, how even so? 1 month, I sat down and I calculated the money I spent every Sunday to and fro church, and I told myself that even God, the giver of wisdom, will be greatly displeased seeing that I spend this amount to transport myself from my house to church every Sunday. I felt that way because of my earning capacity. I was almost spending half of my salary at a time to go to church. Now, that did not make sense. Okay, so what did I do? I walked up to someone in church and I said, how do I find people in my area that drive? I don't mind fueling the car, right? Because it is cheaper to fuel that car, go to church with them, return with them, and just have a wonderful Sunday. And what they now told me was, oh, we have this carpool unit. It's a WhatsApp group that when you say the area you stay, people around that area that drive will let you know the services they come to, if it's the 8 a.m., if it's the 10, so that you will prepare and come out at your junction, join the ride, and come to church. And after service, you join them and go back. Carpool. And remember, I said I didn't mind paying or fueling the car. They were not interested in me fueling anything. Just come out. We come together, we go, we come back together. As creatives, in multiplying money, we do what is called cash pool. What is cash pool? The one time I tried to browse real estate in Dubai, owning an Airbnb short-let apartment. I think I was talking to one of my mentors about it, and he just explained it in passing. I went and did some further research, and I got some contacts. I started talking to some people. But what I'm here to let you know is that as a creative that makes money in Nigeria, you can cash pool from Nigeria and invest in countries of the world in real estate. Pay attention. Pay attention. In countries of the world, people would pay money. I can pay $3,000, right, to live in an apartment for a month, depending on the features of the apartment. I have a sauna, I can have a pool, it has a gym, I have in-house cleaning, I have internet, I have light, I have it is well put together, it's a complete package. On your own, as a creative, you cannot do that. But when you cash pool, what is cash pool? Identifying people like you who are interested in gaining financial independence as much as you are, right? Getting a lawyer, pay attention. He's my friend, he's my classmate, I've known him forever, does not count in cash pooling, except you're doing child's play. I'm telling you how to make money whilst you're sleeping. You get a lawyer. That lawyer is not because you don't trust the partner or the persons you're cash pooling with. No, that lawyer is to ensure that your friendship, your bond, whatever you share as individuals is preserved. So anyone that you want to cash pool with that does not understand the importance of having a lawyer, let that person go. Don't waste time. Don't look back. Don't think it. Don't overthink it. Okay? So you get people who make money as you do, who are interested in multiplying money as you are. And you sit down, oh, in Argentina, what kind of properties are they looking for? Where are the prime locations? Most times, the prime locations or the locations that really get out, that sell out really fast, are locations that have a lot of tourist sites or locations that have a lot of students. Locations that have a lot of tourist sites or locations that have a lot of students, right? What is the minimum price for a furnished apartment in these areas? How do you find this? Because you're not from that country, you've never been there, right? You find it via agents who manage properties. The only thing you are going to be doing is bringing in the finances to make it happen. So when you cash pool, you invest in these properties, you furnish it, the financial details are done to the T. This is not a Nigerian thing, right? I'm talking. You can do it in Nigeria. I have friends who are doing it right now as we speak in Lekki, VI, VGC. I have a couple of friends who are doing that. So it's also viable in Nigeria. But I am telling you how to make money in foreign currency while you sleep. That even if the dollar goes to 1,000 to 1 naira, you are all right. Okay? Except you want to charge in dollars in Nigeria, which is also possible. Some people do that. But this is one sure way. Now you get an apartment, you furnish it, and the marketing starts. Now the beautiful thing is a normal man that has all the money can do that and give it out and it's being managed. But he cannot ensure that that apartment is always filled, is always booked. The edge you have over him as a creative is that with your influence as a creative, you can comfortably market subtly that property over and over on all your platforms, and they are continually filled up, continually. Like there is no day that someone is not sleeping there. So that is the edge you have over an average real estate person in anywhere. So sometimes you go on vacation, you stay in your apartment, and you talk about your experience there. And someone wants to go on vacation in that country, the person is buzzing you up. What apartment was that you stayed? You give a wonderful review about it. Nobody needs to know you have a stake in it. Every week, you wake up, the accounting is done, the money is shared to every partner according to the volume of their investments. Cash pool, cash pool, cash pool. Right? Some people also do cash pool for things like Uber. I know some people that buy really nice cars. Some people do cash pool for things like executive cars. You know, this kind of cars that carry precedence when they come into another country. Some people do cash pool for private jets. Pool cash together, get a private jet, get the pilots, the crew, everybody really. So, depending on what you want to do, but the most stable, trusted, guaranteed is real estate. Real estate in any form, right? Can be Airbnb, apartments, literally any forms, rentals, houses, mansions, whatever you feel that your network can do together. Yes, that's a very viable means of multiplying money as a creative. Now that is one. The other one is something that we do every single day. Like I did it today, literally. And I did it casually. I just did it and I moved on. But as a creative, when we talk about multiplying money, you should pay attention to these things. What am I talking about? Pictures. So on my last vacation, I literally took pictures everywhere I turned because the landscape was amazing. The sun comes up at 5 a.m. I've never seen that all my life. Not like it's up, but the brightness of day comes up at 5 a.m. So at some point I did what's that video called? I think time lapse. I just left it there and it got the whole brightness and it became so bright. Yeah. I got pictures of birds on my window, on the flowers. I got my pictures on the hill. I got my pictures, different kind of pictures, right? What we do not know as creators is that those pictures can be monetized. Yes. You know this meme we do, we send to people, we laugh about it. The day there is a way to put meme in order, to put a structure around meme, everybody you've used for meme before will come and sue you. Especially people who have used these memes to create their online courses, online products and services that the means are integrated into the products and services. They'll sue the hell out of a lot of people, right? But right now, of course, is the internet is still free as at 2022. So enjoy it while it lasts because the world is waking up. How do you make money from your pictures? Whether it is your picture. So first off, identify the kind of pictures you like to take. Is it yours or I have a friend, Bibi, that loves to take landscape, natural pictures. He's gonna be in one of the biggest wildlife events this year, or is it January? Just because he wants to take pictures. But I'll tell you where I'm going with this gist. When you identify the kind of pictures you want to take, there are platforms that are looking, always, continuously, consistently looking for new pictures to integrate into those platforms for people like you and I. Who are people like you and I? People who build websites every day, people who create content every day, people who are looking for stock photos, people who don't want to show their faces in their courses, people who want expressions but they want to say it with stock pictures and stock videos. Yes. The least amount that I have put out a picture, a stock picture for, is $10. Let us check. How much is $10 today? How much is $10? Let's find out. Today, dollar is 780 times 10. That's 7,800 naira. That is in terms of naira, right? And let's say this is just one buyer. Let's say in a month, I just sell 10 of this. I didn't make so much sales and I sold only 10 stock photos. So 7,800 times 10, 78,000 naira from one picture. You know, these things we do them casually. And those of us that know, we are really not interested in coming, going everywhere and just shouting about it, right? But over here, you give me your time, you give me your attention, and when I show up, I offer you real value to let you know that I appreciate you being here. So I don't give you fluff. I don't give you information that when you go on Google, you type, it just pops up. No, because some of those things are experiential. Some of them were knowledge I paid to get, right? I paid to be in the room where it was being discussed. I paid to be in that network. And when I bring it to you here, it is for you to sit here and listen to me every Thursday at 8 p.m. I take you seriously, I value you, I treasure you, and I do not take you for granted. All right? So, stock pictures. What your photographs? What are the platforms you can list them? We have iStock, very popular ones. We have shorter photos. You can even list them on Canva. Canva buys stock photos. Canva buys stock videos. So when I started video advertising last year, so last year I knew that I was crazy about advertising, but as advertising is very broad. So with the resources I had available, I sat down and I thought, what can I do in advertising right now that will make a difference? And it's a service that is highly in need. And after brainstorming, thinking, asking questions, questionnaires here and there, I arrived at video advertising. And I cannot tell you the amount of six zeros I've made in over 1 year plus and some months now, right? Now, these platforms also take videos. So you just go and type video of a child running, you see it. Have you ever paused to think, how did someone sit down to think of this thing? So you, in content strategy, we call it editorial statement, where you are able to sit down, understand the psychology of your target audience, and you are able to create a product or service to market to them both now and in the future. All right. So someone knew that at some point you can think of an industry. Okay, if I'm thinking of the fitness industry, what happens in fitness? People, they ride bikes, they run, they jog, they sweat. Some people, their legs are broken. Some people have gym accidents. And people begin to create photos and videos that speak to those things. Now, if you're building a website, if you're trying to create content to market your gym or your fitness program, and you go online looking for stock pictures and videos, someone had already, because that's the place of interest for the person, had already thought ahead and created content for you to make your content creation easy. So guess what? For the time you start thinking, someone had thought about it and provided a solution. So there's nothing new on the surface of the earth. Everything is old. It's just the day you woke up. You are the one coming into the awareness. You are the one who is beginning to understand that, oh, these things exist. Okay? So that it is for photographs, videos, right? That's on that side. The other part, the third one, is mutual funds. Ooh, how do you multiply money? Who knows what a mutual fund is? If you know, let me know in the comments. I'm typing to find a perfect definition. I started doing mutual funds from the days of Azam Mansard. Who knows Azam Mansard? Does anybody know Azam Mansard? So I am asking Google, what is a mutual fund? Let's find out together. And Google says an investment program funded by shareholders that trades in diversified holdings and is professionally managed. So I started doing mutual funds from the days of, I think I started doing mutual funds in 2015, 2016, thereabout. And from then till now, mutual funds, don't go do it with money you need tomorrow. All these things are long-term investments. We are talking about multiplying. We're not talking about magic. If you want to build wealth, you build slowly, right? So we're talking about multiplying money. So guys, mutual funds give you a platform to put your money, earn a particular percentage at the end of month or at the end of the year, depending on how the platform has structured it. There are a couple of platforms out there that offer that service, and I am asking you as a creative to map out, hey God, map out your income, a particular percentage that goes to mutual funds. Okay. I have said I use Answer Mansard. I've used Answer Mansard for a long time. So I am sure that they are secured. My mentors have used Answer Mansard. Mansard has been there. Management change hands and they are still there. Okay. So I can recommend them without batting an eyelid. I don't know about any other one. I haven't tried any other one. Mutual funds, yes, they are low risk investments actually. There are other investments on the platform I will not be recommending. They are good, but when you go there, you read it up, you find out if they work for you. But mutual funds, I highly recommend for any level of creative that you are on. Now, the other part of multiplying money is your ability to market yourself. All right. How do I say this that it doesn't sound salesy? But it has to sound, really. Now, you offer a product or a service. Let me use email marketing for example. The very first time I started doing email marketing, I did not know that email marketing was a skill. Like people needed it. I felt like, oh, I had the gift of gab. I can write, I can speak, I can actually construct my thoughts powerfully and put it together in such a way that when people read it all the time, the comments are always crazy, right? So from writing blogs to Facebook and websites, all of that, I've done that over the years. So when I went to learn how to actually do email marketing, I finished that and I started sending out my mails. At the beginning, I'm like, okay. Then one day I mentioned it in passing in a very, very strategic meeting where it was just a random conversation. And from that random conversation, I made crazy money. Now, the first payment was about $600 at the time, just for email marketing. Now, take your phone, whatever device you have, and type how much does an email marketer make per annum. This is another way to know if your skill is useless or useful in the global scheme of things. If you say I'm a content creator, go and type how much does a content creator make per annum. First of all, the word content creator is too bogus. What kind of content creator are you? All right. So email marketer, how much do they make in per annum? All of that is aside. Now I created a funnel that housed an advert. I put some money on it and I started marketing to handle email marketing for different clients. It did not have my face. You would not know who it was. But guess what? Clients who needed my services reached out to me. And from the comfort of my bed, I was making nothing less than 1,000 per month. For every time I handled a client's email marketing, I was making nothing less than $1,000, not naira, per month. From Nigeria, 7 international clients. But what did I do? To multiply my money, I knew I needed to be seen. So instead of having my talents and hiding in my room, like some of you do, even the Bible says, who lights up a lamp and puts it under a bushel? You know, it's so crazy that we are such a religious people, but we are almost the poorest with all our holiness and knowledge of God. My God, with the fervency with which we preach the gospel, there is sometimes our account is not at par. You need to take your marketing seriously. That you post it on Facebook is not enough, because if someone is not following you, they're not going to know the products or services you offer. Now, if it was in the days of traditional advertising, you need to go to a TV station, you need to go to a radio station, you need to put up a billboard, you need to put up a poster, you need to get flyers and get people to go share them. But in this era, you just need to understand how ads work. All right? And if you don't know how ads work, get someone to handle them while you go learn them. How do you learn? Online. It is free. There's Meta Blueprint, free of charge. It teaches you how to run ads from start to finish. There's Google Analytics, teaches you how to run ads on Google from start to finish. There are other platforms. There's Amazon, teaches you how to run ads anywhere, anything you want, free of charge. Go learn it, amplify your marketing, make more money, multiply your money via the other means we have discussed. All right? So, yes, that is it for mutual funds and marketing yourself. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is teach. 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 If you know it, teach it. And teach it not for free. Collect your money. For every skill I have paid or not even paid to learn, every skill I have. So one thing I always tell people is I'm always going to be that person that when she passes a door, other people are going to be so sure that getting through that door is going to be easy because Nancy has passed it. If Nancy can enter that office, me, I'll get there. Because when she gets there, she makes it happen for others. That is who I am. That is what I want to be. That is my life, right? For you as a person, how do you create that kind of environment? By teaching. Teach what you know. I don't teach fluff. So on my YouTube, I spend time teaching, I spend time coaching, I spend time sharing. When you come to my one-on-ones, my paid products, I put a premium on it. So that when you get it, you don't abuse it. So recently, I'm marketing the course for MCs, people who want to do what I've done for over 5 years now. And someone reached out to me and is like, "Okay, Nancy, you're having this training on the 7th of December. Oh, that's amazing. But I don't want a group. I want a private class. I want a one-on-one." I was like, "Okay, but it's not gonna be the same thing." She said, "I know, Nancy. Please give me a date, give me a link to pay. I want the one-on-one, and the class is done and dusted." So what would have happened if I did not create a teaching product? Now, the other problem with teaching is that a lot of us think, "Oh, I don't know enough yet." I need to take that course. I need to attend that boot camp. I need to go to that program. I need to do the ones you've done. What have you done with it? The ones you know, what have you done with it? There are things you can do in your sleep that people are struggling to do. Honestly speaking, even with Canva at the beginning, I struggled to create flyers and banners. It was a struggle for me. And the more I did it, the more I could spend 3 hours doing one flyer. I just one day I said, "What kind of nonsense is this? Nancy, you make the money. Why are you here?" And I got somebody outsourced it. I mean, this girl does flyers in her sleep. And my life is easy. But in your head right now, if you're the person who has been making flyers, you're thinking, oh, now there's Canva, everybody's making their own flyers. There are still people, even with a Canva, we don't want to do it. Come and do it for us. Let's be going. As a video advert expert, I've met clients who own studios. But because they are so engaged, they are so booked, Nancy, please bring your team. I have videos to come and do it in the studio and go. Madam, but you used to. Oga, is it not you that I'm not interested. Just do it, deliver the job and go away. Why? There are people who want what you have. They are just looking for avenues to buy into it. And because you're not creating avenues like teaching, they don't know how to show up. They don't know how to come in. They see you, they appreciate you, they move on. I'm not saying you shouldn't do free classes, but you should know that free classes will talk about the what, and paid classes will talk about the how. You don't go do the how in free classes. Nobody's going to come for the paid one. Amen? At this point, I want to check the comment section and ask who is passing offering basket. Is the offering basket being passed around? Who is passing? Pass offering basket. Let's go, guys. I just saw a comment that made me froze in my seat. Obo, Awoke Obo. Jesus. Sir, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. This is the elder brother to my father in the Lord when I was in school, Pastor Obi Obo. My goodness, his teachings have shaped my life, changed my life. This is the one person who spoke to us about purpose discovery in Oka, Anambra State. I think that was in 2015, and I've not recovered from it till today. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you, sir. Okay, guys, so just to recap from the beginning, the very first thing I said is get a grab on your wants and need, because you need to have some form of financial literacy and control over impulsive spending. The second was affiliate. Of course, we discussed affiliate in the managing series, in the managing episode, which was the episode for last week. And we discussed photographs, the stock videos and pictures, and I've shown you how to do that. We discussed cash pooling, how to get into real estate in other countries of the world from your third world country or any country at all that you are in, by cash pooling. We discussed mutual funds, and the last point I just gave you was teaching. All right, guys. So the last one I'm giving you, and we call it a night, is templates. Now I'm sharing this because I also just discovered templates lately. Um, I'm a master of ceremonies, and I've done events across different sectors of the economy, but I am more of a corporate MC, right? So I've done events for the presidency, for ECOWAS, for high profile clients. And one thing that I noticed that a lot of MCs come to ask me for was, Nancy, how do you price these people? So first is, how much do they pay? And I mean, I'm not hiding it. I say, and they're like, what? How did you get to that point? So I put together a template, a pricing template for MCs. And I haven't made it public, but what I noticed was just from my circle, more than 20 persons have bought the template within 1 week. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I'm putting together another template for creatives for their services. If you're a content creator, photographer, videographer, a farmer, that you have a pet shop, whatever it is, but you have a service business practically, how to negotiate price and get your clients to pay. Is a template. What you should actually include in your invoice, what should include in a proper proposal if you're sending it out. All of that is in that template, and that template is just for $3 only. $3 only. I'm gonna be putting it out next week. Next week there's no navigate, it's just the launch of the template. We're going to have a nice time and we talk about the template and all of that. So guys, whatever field you're in, go and create a template. If you've succeeded at something, now learn how to document your processes. I think that's one thing that's helped me. My ability to sit down, take pen and sit down, or maybe my laptop, and start from day one. Okay, what did I do day one? I write it down. Day two, I write it down. What was the result? Day three, I write it down. What was the result? Day four, I write it down. What was the result? At the end of the day, I am able to see where I started and where I'm at. I'm also able to see where I'm going. So, like this, I'm able to tell when something is about to waste my time. I'm able to tell. I'm also able to tell when something is going to birth something greater. I'm so able to tell. So you may be putting your energy in the wrong thing, and because it seems to have traction, people that like you seem to always, comment, applaud you, people that just naturally want to support you, want to encourage you, show up, you feel like, oh, I had 10,000 views, I'm going in the right direction. No, no, no. Document your processes. Your process will not lie to you, because it is you who is implementing it. It is you who is doing it. And it is you who knows the result you want to achieve, not the people clapping for you. They are clapping because they see, oh, it's nice. They don't know what you want. You know. Document your process. Okay? So I think it's a good place to wrap it up tonight. I'm just going to go through the comment section to see if we had questions. Oh my god, I forgot that people are on Facebook. Okay, guys. Facebook people, leave your comments. I'm just coming to give you guys a shout out. Hehe. I'm just coming to give you guys a shout out. Uh, oh, okay. It shows. I haven't seen how this normally shows when it's streaming on Facebook. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Um, I see everybody that joined in the comments. I see Zainab Balogo. Zainab, thank you for being here. Sir Obo Awoke Obo, thank you once more for being here. Thank you so much, sir. Great content. This is huge, huge, huge for me and for the work I do. And I promise to never, never stop. All right, guys. So thank you so much for being here on this episode of Navigate with Nancy. This episode will be available almost immediately once I go off now. So remember to share with your friends, share with your loved ones, share with everybody you want to see financially empowered. And here we bring an end to the series, The Money Matrix, making, managing, and multiplying money as creatives. I am super happy to have held your hands for 3 weeks, each Thursday at 8 p.m., showing you how to do this. I am so excited, guys. So next week we'll be launching the template for creatives. It is $3. Tomorrow we'll put a link in case you want to pre-order. It's $3. You can pay in any currency. You can pay from any part of the world. $3 only. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. See you next week, Thursday. Of course, remember to follow me on Facebook, Nancy Obwe, Instagram, Nancy Obwe, YouTube, Nancy Obwe, everywhere, Nancy Obwe. Follow, follow, follow. And join my mailing list if you're on Facebook. My mailing list is in the description box. If it's not there, it is in your email. Please share, invite your friends. Thank you so much. I love you. And remember to make, manage, and multiply your money as a creative. Bye.